What is happening? What is happening, people? Let us know if you can hear us, if you can see us. A little bit different of a setup today. We're just trying to switch it up just a little bit, you know? Kind of feels a little bit, feels like a video. Feels like a real video, you know? That's how a
Wow.
video setup is.
Wow. Look at the difference.
Wow. I don't know. Do you like it? Thoughts? Feels weird? Not really?
I don't know what to think about it just yet. I don't know. What do you guys
Because
think?
usually it's a bit small. Like I always feel
I
like
like
when I'm watching it, I was like, I'm small.
right.
So
Right.
not me specifically, just in general, you know, like
Sure.
I had to like look
Well,
in. So
I guess everyone else let us know what you
yeah,
guys
let
think
us know
about it.
how you're feeling about this. If not, we can definitely go back to the other way. But top of the morning here in Sydney, Australia, July the 27th, 10:11 in the morning. Wednesday morning here. A lot of stuff has happened our overnight, your day.
Yeah.
I guess let's
What's
just
up,
get
Trevor? Just to
straight into it.
answer some of these questions, Trevor, all of our rankings are over on Patreon. So if you are on the Close Friends Plus tier and above, you will always have access to our rankings. They are continually updated and posted on our Patreon feed for you to access. Um, so that's where you would find those and constantly updated. We have, if you're doing Dynasty rookie drafts, we have SuperFlex rookie draft rankings, just rookie rankings. We have Dynasty rankings that are constantly updated.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously including the rookies, and then our redraft rankings are continually being updated. Probably going to start looking at best ball rankings as well
Mm-hmm.
for you guys, which we're excited to get more involved in here soon next week. What's up, Steven? How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing? Let me just get some background music for the boys and girls.
Yeah,
There it is.
I feel like the Julio thing, we can talk about it. Why don't we go through the news from top to bottom?
Yeah. All right.
Just quickly.
Let's go to news top to bottom. I do have a screen already up for you guys. Give me a second. Let's just transfer to there.
Yeah.
And let's go to the news tab here. I have it on Fantasy Pros. All the news that's happened so far, as you can see on your screen. Little things like, I guess, people that are injured, people that are signed, people that are retiring. There's actually so much to go through.
Yeah. So let's do kind of quick fire here. Rondale Moore. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Real good talent, but again, very limited. So he's going to have to be using creative ways.
Yeah.
This doesn't really change. Like, this report doesn't change my ranking of him. Still going to try and draft him late in both formats if I can.
Agreed.
Let's keep going. Sterling Shepard on the pup. That doesn't change anything for us. Julio. I mean, here we are. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, this is the biggest one here. Julio signing with Tampa Bay. I don't think anyone expected him to sign. We all expected him to sign. Probably not with Tampa Bay. It was probably the Packers, the Colts, any other, I guess, Super Bowl contending outside of Tampa, because they were stacked. Godwin, Mike Evans. They have Russell Gage. Now Julio's on the block. I know you are the biggest Russell Gage believer, truther.
Well,
I guess that, you really liked the situation with Chris Godwin being out, with the opportunity of Tom Brady, how he came onto the team. What is your thought process now that Julio's here? Russell Gage, where's his value? What's happening? Take us through it.
I was a really big fan of his situation. I've never really been able to stand on die on a stake for Russell Gage as a talent, as a wide receiver. But I was a really big fan of his situation. I think personally, my instant reaction is that there will be an overreaction and Gage's value will be really good here soon. That's just my personal opinion. I think on underdog drafts, in superflex drafts, redraft, whatever it looks like, I think you're going to see a drastic drop in Gage's ADP. And rightfully so, right? He shouldn't be drafted where he was without Julio. But I think, because what you're going to hear through all of YouTube today, through every podcast, is Russell Gage is dead. And I don't think that Russell Gage is actually dead. I think he's still going to bring value, but he doesn't have anywhere near the upside that he did beforehand. So you're going to have people who are drafting Russell Gage in the 7th, 8th, 9th round who are now saying, I'm completely out on him. But now Russell Gage becomes a pretty interesting guy around, round 10, round 11. And I think I still believe that Russell Gage will have more value than Julio Jones. However, Julio Jones, to me, he feels like, obviously he impacts Russell Gage more than Mike Evans. Mike Evans, I don't think you should be worried about Mike Evans.
Correct. I agree.
And I guess Julio himself, I view him really as the 3rd, 4th option. Him and Gage, 3rd, 4th option. I mean, so they're not going to be reliable, but I think Gage is going to be the starter. And Julio is not coming in. Like, if you watch any video today and someone says, hey, dude, two years ago, Julio Jones, he was a top 5 wide receiver, then you need to instantly unsubscribe to that person or stop listening to what they're saying, because it is not 2 years ago. Okay. Julio's body has obviously declined. His play is going to have declined, but he is in this category of a really good wide receiver like Antonio Brown, who has a quarterback who makes wide receivers better. So Julio Jones is not going to finish as a top 15 wide receiver. He's not going to be top 20. but I think he has like flex appeal on a weekly basis. That's how I'm viewing Julio Jones going forward. And for me, Mike Evans is safe. Godwin is going to be safe when he comes back. Those will still be the guys. But I would put Julio and Gage in a very similar conversation now where they're both going to have flex appeal. But yeah, you can't draft Gage where you were before. I still prefer Gage over Julio. And of any of the wide receivers, who are you most worried about being injured and not being able to recover from it? It's probably Julio Jones. So that's where I stand on it. But
right. I mean,
yeah.
it's definitely, there's so many ways you can go about it. My instant reaction with the Julio Jones signing and Russell Gage is that I don't.
And by the way, just quickly, sorry, I know you're about to say. People might be curious. I had Russell Gage as my wide receiver 30. The situation was incredible, but a lot has changed in the past 2 weeks.
Right.
He's now my wide receiver 41. Okay, I have Julio right now as my wide receiver 51, right around the Gallups, the Tonys, the D Hops, the Jahan Dotsons. So just to be clear of where I kind of have those guys right now.
My thought process was that with all the reports, even before Julio Jones got signed, that Chris Godwin was on pace to be ready by at least week 1 or 2.
Sure.
I believe that there was already, for me, in my mind, which I always had him as around the late 40s, early 50s for Russell Gage in my rankings. The thought process was that I always thought Chris Godwin was going to come back early. And early is as in week 2, week 3. That's early because the expectation was week 2 to 6, right? So if he missed the early part of the season, which was once again week 1 and 2, he comes back to his wide receiver 2. Russell Gage gets bumped down. I think there's no doubt in my mind that now with the Julio signing, Russell Gage goes to wide receiver 4. Now, when it comes down to can Julio stay healthy, that's the question. Because the past 2 years, we were hoping Julio with, Ryan Tannehill and the coach with A.J. Brown, that could be something special. He just missed a lot of time. If he could just stay healthy, and maybe that helps Julio. He can just play a limited role. He doesn't have to be on the field the whole time. That can help him stay healthy. And I think,
what's crazy? I almost view Julio as the Gronk role in this offense. Does that make sense? Like, I know he's not a tight end, but he's not. I guess Godwin or Gronk would have been on the field more. But I feel like Julio is going to be more used in situations, if that makes sense. I don't think he's going to be like an every down player.
I feel like if you have a talent like Julio, maybe not with his for sure with his age, with the talent in the history of Julio Jones, maybe this is somebody that has to be on the field all the time.
Right.
Not all the time, but like a good portion, a good 60, 50, 40%, 40% of the time. And yeah, he probably can't play the same amount as Chris Godwin, as a Mike Evans, or not even Russell Gage. But in my opinion, right now with this signing with Russell Gage, is the wide receiver 4 will be the wide receiver 3 going into probably about week 2 or 3, right until Chris Godwin comes up. I think the biggest thing here is when is Chris Godwin coming back? Because once that is official, Russell Gage gets bumped down. That's the thought process for me.
Yeah, I guess I see it differently because, again, like I said last year, Tom Brady, by the way, this signing just, again, screams to me they're going to be, again, leading the league in pass attempts. Tom Brady last year led the league in pass attempts. Pace of play was top 5. So these signings, again, just scream to me they want to operate through the air. Right now, don't draft Russell Gage on underdog. And I don't know what Julio's ADP is going to be on underdog either. I don't know, but I feel like in a month's time, we're going to hit a really sweet spot for Russell Gage in best ball formats and redraft formats. When you're drafting, I think Russell Gage and Julio are both guys I'm going to be, happy to take a shot on. It's not like Russell Gage still wasn't sought after by Tom Brady, and you bring in Julio this late, he's going to be fine. He's going to be involved. But I don't think he's going to get a higher target share than Russell Gage will. And
right.
So I still view Gage as the 3, Julio as the 4, but I don't think there's going to be this huge difference between them. I think they're going to be very much 3A, 3B. So anyway.
It's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting to see what's going to happen.
It's hard to really put a lot of hope into Julio Jones being able to stay healthy for a season. 33 years old. So
I think
and
it's hard
Antonio
to.
Brown's a different situation as well because he had a completely different body type. He didn't have the injury history that Julio had.
Right.
Um, so it's a different situation with them. But again, Julio, best ball is really interesting to me for Julio.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I think right now you probably don't draft any of these guys. And I think Gage, like I said, in a month's time, I think he's going to be a really good value in all formats. That people are going to be a little bit overvaluing Julio Jones, who wasn't even able to play a full game the entire year. Um, let's see what happens though.
Yeah, we got to wait and see what happens.
But Godwin,
Moving forward. Yeah, Godwin.
I still think this. I read this as not like worrying about Godwin, but why bring him back any earlier at all than you need to? That's how I'm looking. I'm like, well, you really do not need to rush Godwin back at all, even if he looks healthy. In other
Well, I guess
scenarios,
that's
you
the
might need
case.
to.
I guess that's the case.
Now,
You know, like if
now you really do not need to bring Godwin back. So I would not personally not be surprised if yes, he's ready to go by week 2 or 3, but they're like, let's hold him out until week 4. So personally, I still think week 2 to 5 is when we're seeing Godwin back. I don't think week 1. They don't need Godwin right now. So he's obviously going to elevate the team. They need him for a Super Bowl run. I think that's what they're going to focus on. They don't care. Let me tell you what. The Bucks don't give a shit about your fantasy team. They don't care if Chris Godwin is playing week 1. They could care less. They want to know if Chris Godwin is going to be healthy and ready to go, no re-injury for the playoffs in that Super Bowl run. So, don't be surprised if Godwin is held out a little bit longer than maybe necessary.
Yeah, we're definitely going to wait and see. I'm interested to see how the season, I guess this training camp pans out, because I think they're going to continue to hype up Chris Godwin and be like, dang, he's going to be ready week 1, week 2, week 3, and then what's going to happen. But yeah, I hear you. I guess the next biggest news for us, if you want a quick fire, Chris Carson retired. Sure. I think we kind of expected that. With that neck injury, usually neck injuries are really hard to come back from. He couldn't get back and healthy. It's unfortunate for him. What was he, 26, 27 years old?
Yeah, I think you and I both were like, that neck injury. I think we said mid season last year. This is probably it.
Yeah. Derrick Henry likely played preseason. Irv Smith expected full participation.
Sell all your Joe Burrow stocks.
Surgery. Panic. T.Y. Hilton in the mix for the Colts. Well, I mean, there was two things. People said they didn't hear. I know there was reports saying that they were hoping Julio will go to the Colts and go back with Matt Ryan. But it was they're actually still really happy to re-sign T.Y. Hilton. So we'll definitely see what happens there. Let's see, anyone else that's fantasy relevant.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out if there's anything else that we should talk about. I mean, I want to talk at all about the good Treylon reports, or are we just going to ignore those and keep freaking out about him?
He still has asthma.
Want to talk
it
about
doesn't change the fact that he has asthma.
Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. All right, let's go ahead and do a mock draft here. By the way, shout out to the 21 people watching the stream. Super appreciate you guys. If you can do us a huge favor and drop a like here on this live stream, that actually means so much to this channel specifically. The Dynasty channel really grows a lot on its own because you guys love Dynasty. But with redraft, every like really does help our channel grow. It helps the old algorithm. So if you could drop a like for us, that would mean a ton. And then we're going to do a mock draft with you. Yeah, How can people get into a mock draft?
We're doing a SuperFlex redraft mock draft today. Go to the link in the description below. Join our Discord. Not everyone is going to be able to join. It is first come, first serve. Join our Discord. Go to the redraft and in-season tab. That's where Zach is going to be posting the link. As always, we have our redraft mock draft tab for you to join, and our Dynasty one that we're going to do right after this. We do have a Dynasty channel, but first join the Discord. Once again, not everyone's going to be able to join. First come, first serve. It's all love. We do plenty of these throughout the week. Zach, if you want to send out that link, shout out to everyone in the chat as well. I mean, we're not ignoring you. I guess we're trying to get our thoughts across as well. What's up, Raw, Steven, Gator Fan, ATJ, Chris, Tommy, Dom.
I'm gonna send the link out. By the way, keep going.
J Full, what's happening, y'all? Been waiting for that Julio Jones news for a minute. Tommy said, I see your point, but Brady will make him better.
Great. Oh, 100%.
100%.
Guys, if Julio Jones signed with the Ravens, you don't want him on your team at all. So 100%, I agree. Tom makes everyone better.
Chris says, while that Godwin Gage trade I mentioned last night didn't go through, so I'm happy. I'm a little happy now. Yeah. I feel like ATJ says, I feel like them signing Julio gives them the option to ease Godwin back if they choose to. Yeah.
We're on the same page, brother, man.
That.
Not that they have to, but that they definitely can take ultimate caution with him.
J Fool, would you take an early 23 third and sell Julio? I would do it. Why not? I don't think we're not gonna see longevity. I agree with Zach. I don't think he's gonna be a top 15 guy. I don't think he's gonna be a guy that's going to change your fantasy team. I think he's gonna be guys that can contribute maybe 1 or 2, 3, 4 weeks out of the season. But other than that, I would take anything for Julio Jones, in my opinion.
It's tough, yeah. I mean, 23 third.
Maybe wait
I don't see a scenario in which you get a second round pick.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say you could either wait for a game where there's maybe some consistency. Who scores 10, who the next week scores 12. Maybe you can squeeze a second, but I doubt it. I was
trying to think of like other players that you could maybe target that are maybe, like instead of picks. Tell me this: if you're a win now team, try and find a name that makes sense. Could you go get Khalil Shakir? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. Could you go get Khalil Shakir?
Like some younger people? Would you want Devonta Parker? MVS? Do you really want to go there?
Yeah. Right.
Tim Patrick. I don't know.
You know what? To be honest, I think I would take a third right now.
Yeah, me too. I would definitely take a third for Julio
unless I'm a win now team, and then I'm just like, let me just hold and see what happens.
Yeah.
But we are doing a SuperFlex redraft mock. We'll keep answering your questions here in the chat, but we're going to go ahead and start this off.
Yeah, 30 seconds on
quarterback,
the clock.
2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 2 flexes, a tight end, and a SuperFlex. So, let's get to it.
Let's run it. Once again, 30 seconds on the clock. Wow. Justin Herbert. Love it. What else? Fournette is going to play a major. Let me just turn off the wow thing. Fournette is going to play a major role in pass. Brady turned him into a different player.
To the right person here.
Absolutely. Easy Carson. Yeah.
You're talking to the right guy. I'm a big Fournette guy. Have a lot of confidence in him in the into the second round of drafts. One quarterback in Superflex, you can get him probably later, but I agree that Fournette's going to be a really good value, I think, and a really safe pick. Like, do you feel more safe with Fournette or James Conner? Personally, I feel so much more safe with Fournette.
100%.
Let me ask you where the line is then. How about Fournette or Saquon Barkley? Because I feel more comfortable with Fournette.
In redraft, I have Fournette technically higher by 3 spots.
Sure.
So I would have to say Fournette as well. But it is close. I think it's a lot closer with Lenny and Saquon than Lenny and James Conner.
Yeah. By the way, I had Tom Brady as my quarterback 6. I want to move him up, but I can't. I mean, he's still my quarterback 6. I can't put him ahead of some of these other guys, but as he goes off the board, damn it. You went Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. I still have Jalen Hurts as a top, my QB3 in redraft formats. So I'm really comfortable getting Jalen Hurts at the 1-5. And you guys know me. I believe that he's going to take the next step. I think A.J. Brown helps him. This offense gets better another year on this offense, especially in the redraft league. I'm happy to take the rushing upside as well, even if he doesn't get better in the passing game. So,
yeah. Okay, where are we at in the chat? Steven said, "Don't tell him about Burks."
Don't tell him about Burks. J Full, that would be my 20th. That would be my 23 third back, and it's early. Yeah, I mean, do it.
Yeah.
Why not? I'll definitely do that. Dak said he's going Saquon, Gator fan, Fournette, or Day. Dak, I love Burrow dropping because of the appendix. I don't think he's dropping because of the appendix. I think that's just normal.
It'll be fine, yeah. But it is. You know what's funny is this, like, people look at reports and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But it is really funny. I love the start from Dak. The Cup and Stafford stack straight off the bat,
huge.
Baby.
That is huge.
That's a great start.
That is massive. It's awesome though. I am excited for redraft, guys. I don't know if we plugged in patreon.com/fantasylandfam if you want to be part of a redraft league. We're gonna leave it up to you guys, the community, to let us know what you guys want. Is it a SuperFlex league, redraft league, or a one quarterback league? We're gonna give you some options.
SuperFlex.
We're gonna give you some options. We're gonna let you guys vote anonymously in our leagues. Once again, if you want to join patreon.com/fantasylandfam, we're gonna be sending out some redraft information for the people that are already part of our Patreon community. And then if you once again still want to sign up, it's going to be really, really fun throughout the season. Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase.
Yep.
It's very interesting here. Now I'm always in the middle.
Trevor says I was hoping you wouldn't take Russ.
For sure, I'm going Stephon Diggs here.
Wow.
I think it has.
It is so hard after a certain part with these quarterbacks to pass up on some of these individual talents, but I feel like there's like 2 quarterbacks on the board that I'm comfortable with having as my that I really want as my quarterback too. Not that I'm uncomfortable with the other ones, but you know what I mean. That's why I found it so hard to not go Trey Lance, because I have him ranked much higher than other people, but I just know like Mac Jones is probably going to be the quarterback available in the 3rd round for me.
Yeah.
And you have or maybe people now adjust and they go, a different direction. But yeah,
you have to take a chance on some of these guys, especially in the redraft superflex. Quarterbacks are massive. Same thing with wide receivers. But like, for example, Jenner starting with Joe Burrow and Aaron Rodgers, I think that's a solidified every single week 15 plus points. Where like when it comes down to someone like. At least these are guys, all these guys going in the 1st and 2nd round, you're hoping that they're getting 15 plus points. These are the stars, But someone like Najee that was a really inconsistent this past year, that was getting 10 points.
He was consistent.
Well, I'm saying inconsistent in like fantasy. Like he was giving you 15 points.
Najee?
I'm saying like he would give you 50 points, he would give you 10 points, he would give you 25 points, it would go up and down.
Pretty consistent.
A little bit like that. At least that's how I'm seeing it.
Sure.
I think that's how. There goes Travis. I was hoping he was gonna fall there. Do you have somebody in mind?
Yeah. It's just so hard for me to pass up on the double quarterbacks. I feel like if I only go one quarterback, I'm super happy with the positional value I get, but then throughout the draft I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna do with this 2nd quarterback, Let's see. Gator says, how much stock do you put into how hard you should try to get your wide receiver quarterback stack? In like a simple redraft league, to be honest, for me, not much. In best ball, it's different. In best ball, I do care about stacks a little bit more because you're looking for the upside. But yeah, no, in redraft, it doesn't really bother me too much to have a stack or not. I personally am someone who doesn't put much focus in it.
Yeah.
Wow. Tommy says, I have some questions. So are you liking AJ Brown?
Yeah, I'm assuming you're asking me because I was talking about how I like Jalen Hurts. I like AJ Brown, but not as much as I liked him when he was with Ryan Tannehill. I'm more interested. I do believe he will be successful. I'm more concerned about the injury history and the knees and the ankles, whatever the case may be. Can he stay healthy? He's always missed time every single year. I love him as a talent. In my rankings right now, I'll tell you where I have him.
Thanks for nothing, ATJ.
AJ Brown is my wide receiver 11 currently right now in redraft. So I like him, but I don't like him enough to have a. I like him, but I don't like him enough to take him as high as he probably would go in normal redraft leagues. Zach's on the clock here. I'll let him make his pick and maybe explain it.
Is Aaron Jones gone?
Aaron Jones? No, he's not.
I'm about to get autoed.
Oh,
son of a bitch.
30 seconds is tough.
Yeah.
I take more interest in Devonta Smith, and I did we did do a video about how my thought process is with Devonta Smith and how I believe he can be not more successful than AJ Brown, but he will have a more successful year than he had the past year. He was wide receiver 30. I think Jalen Hurts takes a next step in his career in the passing game. I think this offense gets better. So
I'm so annoyed that I have Deebo Samuel on my team. Just on the Devonta Smith, I feel like I just always want to say my piece. I don't understand it.
That's fine.
I don't understand how he gets better. when you got a target hog like AJ Brown coming in an offense that isn't pass happy. Sure, they might go to being a pass happy offense, but when they were, they lost a lot of games, and Hurts
We
wasn't
gotta wait
really
and
all
see.
that efficient. So I personally don't understand the Devonta Smith is going to be better this year conversations, but
I don't think he'll
let's
finish
see.
wide receiver 30. Steve says I like him, but I don't like him. Yep, that's me. I like him, but I don't like him. You know me. He's gonna be good, but he's not gonna be good. Tommy, if I get Tyreek and Adams in my home league, I'll scream. That's usually the case. You're always loving how. I'm pretty sure Tommy last year we were mocking. He was like, "Bro, I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna be really happy with this guy," and it didn't go that way. I'm pretty sure it was you, and you used to get really excited and you got upset. I remember you messaging us about that. Gator fan. How close are the courts of Mike Evans, Keenan Allen? Court? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Quartet. Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Keenan Higgs, and Hollywood and redraft. I found myself getting a couple of these guys in mocks.
I'll put Mike at the top there still. Then I think I actually have Higgins ahead of Keenan just because I feel like the opportunity for T. Higgins to he's already had a breakout year, so it's not a breakout year, but I feel like Higgins' upside it surpasses Keenan's upside. Keenan's going to be more consistent, so you kind of have to make that decision yourself. But again, I think Keenan's going to be super consistent for you. Keenan isn't the guy to catch a 60-yard touchdown. He's not the guy to catch a pass as a screen and run it for a 50-yard touchdown. He's not that dude. He's just the consistent over the middle, the flats. So Keenan, I think, is going to be super consistent because of PPR formats, because of his receptions. But I would much rather have the opportunity of a player like T. Higgins, who I think can take another huge step this year. I'm really, really high on T. Higgins, actually.
I got both Devonta Smith and AJ Brown in the stack with Hurts. Value was too good in my dynasty startup. Yeah. Ross says got a double stack with Burrow and Rodgers. Yeah, that's nice.
Love it.
Frank Stomper says Smith will finish better because he will face other teams. Number 2 defender and AJ Brown will be getting double team.
Sure.
He will face easy.
Again, I understand, but again, it's still not a pass happy offense. And when they weren't successful. Jalen Hurts wasn't efficient. And now you bring in someone who's going to take more targets away from him. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty out on Devonta Smith in most formats this year. I love him as a talent in Dynasty, but I struggle to see a scenario in which he's like winning people weeks and he's getting a high amount of targets on a weekly basis. And if he's getting let's say 5 receptions a game, what does that mean? And in an offense that doesn't really do long bombs, or it's tough for me. It's tough. Yeah. I'm pretty much out on Devonta Smith in most formats this year. Not that I don't like him as a talent. I just don't see a pathway where he really reaches this top 12 status or top 15 status. I don't think that's possible with him. But again, this is the beauty of fantasy football. We can all see things a little bit differently and draft a little bit differently.
Yeah, I'll send you guys this link of the reasons what I gave in Dynasty. I think year 2. Let's see if I can find this link so you guys can watch it on our Dynasty channel. Just kind of give you my thoughts on why I like him and what I believe could happen this year.
All right, I am on the board here. And I think I'm going to grab a wide receiver here. We just recorded a video about these players. Again, Keenan Allen, you took him at the 3.5. I'm able to grab Mike Williams here 2 rounds later at the 5.9. I really like Mike Williams' ADP. Talking about Keenan, who finished wide receiver 11. Mike Williams finished wide receiver 12. More consistency with Keenan Allen, but you guys can check out that video. It's coming out literally if not tomorrow, the day after. Yeah. So
Tommy says, I think it was Gibson. Zach, I think we were both hype on Gibson this past year. I had him as a top 10 guy. Technically did finish top 10, but he was very up and down. He didn't win you weeks.
That was rough.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
tough.
the Gibson disappointment was really rough. I
had Gibson.
I think most people anticipated JD still having that big of a role, and also Gibson not ever being there on 2-minute drills, and
yeah,
unfortunate.
Bateman or Olave this year in redraft? I would say Bateman.
Yeah, I would say pretty comfortably Bateman, but in Dynasty I am going Olave.
Dak doesn't like winners. Frank maybe top 24. J Full 908 in my 12 PPR startup is where Devonta Smith fell. I like that's easy money. Yeah, and I think he's going to continue to fall, especially in Dynasty startups. Let's see where he goes here. Maybe
I don't think he should ever fall to the 908 in a Dynasty startup, though, to be honest. Like that shouldn't be happening. Yeah. But which means you got really good value is what I'm saying.
Hurts is a winner, Steven said. I put that link in the chat, guys, of my take of Jalen Hurts, and I gave you some thoughts. Ramondre Stevenson just went for a 24-second in my Dynasty League thoughts. I'm a big believer.
The hype is too high now.
I'm a big believer in Ramondre. I don't know if I think a 24-second is fine. I don't think I think a 23-second is too much.
No. See, now you're just devaluing the 24 classes, what I keep telling people not to do personally. I don't know. I personally feel like the hype is getting too high with Ramondre. The thing is, he's not a irreplaceable player. He did play really good in short stints, and we both do like him. But I'm just like, can anyone really sit here and say that Ramondre is irreplaceable? And I don't know.
A lot of people are irreplaceable. It just depends on their investment. I guess maybe that's where.
Sure. Well, if we're talking about investment, the Patriots did not invest all that much into Ramondre Stevenson.
No, I know that's what I'm saying, and that's what I was saying. It depends on investment. And Ramondre wasn't investing a lot, but I believe there's great opportunity coming his way. But
sure.
Always different.
But when we see Ramondre and Damian Harris's ADPs getting closer and closer and closer every day, the hype is too high. I think. I don't know. Let's see. But
just went 6'10".
You shouldn't be. I personally don't think Ramondre is worth a second-round pick. Think about I just think that's too much. JW says Team 6 is killing it. Kyler Murray, Chase, Mixon, Chubb, DJ Moore, Sutton, doing pretty well.
Yeah.
You went Dobbins there at the 6'8". I think we're both comfortable to kind of take the risk reward on Dobbins this year.
Yeah, but I'm liking Dobbins. I'm liking this 5 spot here. Yeah, I'm liking the 5 spot. Let's see how we kind of finish.
Steven said that's my son. Really? Is that actually your son drafting, Steven? If so, that's incredible. Jay Full says took that futuristic approach to Hurts, Smith, AJ Brown, Elijah, Garrett Wilson as my core. The 4 firsts, 9 seconds, and 5 thirds, and a 4th in 2023. So, yeah, it sounds like you do have a pretty good core to build around. So that's awesome.
Oh man, what to do? My next guy says I should take Brother Miles.
Right.
I'm actually going to take Miles Sanders.
Welcome to the squad, Miles.
Not in love with it. I like my 3 wide receivers.
Can I be honest with you?
Maybe
this tight end range here, this tight end range from 6 to round 10 is so disgusting. I don't know. Is that just me? I feel like it's just I don't want any part of this tight end range.
You talking about the tight ends that are still available?
Yeah, exactly. Like rounds 7 to 10, 12.
Right, okay.
It's probably just me.
Could be you, man.
Okay, wow. There goes Penny off the board. Ahead of Ken Walker, right?
Keeps going higher. I'm telling you. I think it's gonna
keep
flip.
going higher, but
I mean, it's flipping. The ADP is flipping, and I think that's what's gonna happen as we get closer. I said that's what's gonna happen. I mean, it's just in our mock drafts, and I don't know if that's happening in the community, but I think as we get closer to the season, that's what's gonna happen. Sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and draft Tony Pollard here. I know a lot of people are iffy on Tony Pollard. There's some people who are ride or die for him. I think there is an opportunity for him to take another step this year, but I still like Zeke as well.
Yeah. Tommy
But
says
I'm
the
definitely
committee,
gonna have to find some late round values here.
they just drafted hit the other running backs. I don't think those guys are going to bring any value, in my opinion, but we'll definitely see. Team 6 is goaded. Rapping Dog. Stevenson's son is whooping us. No, Ramondre Stevenson. Right. That's my son. He was talking about Ramondre Stevenson. Chris Harrison will be gone next year, but watch out for Pierre Strong. I doubt White will take the snaps, and Bill must like Stevenson. He was a rookie, fumbled his first game, but Bill still used him the rest of the season. Yeah, we'll gotta wait and see. I'm not a believer in the
I
running backs they
agree.
drafted, in my opinion. I
I
also
like Pierre Strong.
I also
But
believe that why not keep Damian Harris? You know, the price is right. I think the price will be right, in my opinion. He can definitely go to any other team, but we'll definitely see what's gonna happen with Damian Harris. Just went there at the 7-Eleven.
yeah, no, I think yeah, it's gonna be interesting. One thing I know is you don't necessarily want to invest a ton into backfields that are, what's the right word, questionable, hard to gauge,
Hard to gauge.
maybe.
Pollard's gonna.
Pretty good start here for Trevor as well, by the way, team 10.
Yeah.
But you need Fields to hit if you spend a 4th-round pick on him.
Pollard's gonna eat this season, especially in the passing game. Yeah, we both definitely see the upside in Pollard. Zach's on the clock here. He could probably tell you more. And this is RB2 as Debo,
I
Mike
do
Williams,
like
Allen
Pollard,
Robinson.
yeah. I am on the clock here. And I'm going to go grab Kareem Hunt. I think Kareem Hunt has more flex appeal to me than Clyde right now. And I know some people might be upset or like not understand why I would say that, but I feel like there's more flex appeal with Kareem. We've seen it more consistently in his career.
Goes Gabriel Davis. Let me just make sure you guys can see the board. D-Hop. Elijah Moore. Okay, I'm on the clock here.
Jeremy says Pollard's going to eat this season, especially in the passing game. Jeremy says would have went Walker over Pollard, though he should get more opportunity. Can respect the opinions there for sure. Chris says totally right. All Pats players are questionable all the way up 45 minutes before the game, according to Bill. Yeah. Yep.
That's funny. That's funny, man.
Hey, mate. That's funny, mate.
Oh man, this little run here.
This little light of mine.
Oh no. It's gonna take Jameis, but I didn't think anyone. I didn't see you, rude. Thought you had 2 quarterbacks. Thought I read the board. All right.
That's what we call a fat GGs.
Gotta read it. Double check.
And again, this is the problem now. You know, not going 2 quarterbacks early. It's gonna hurt teams. It's gonna hurt team constructions.
I think it's gonna come to the point where, like, if you're in the top side of the board and there's a SuperFlex redraft, I think it might be worth it taking Derek Carr at the 2-9 to get, or the 2-8. You know,
sure.
Now, that may sound crazy, but after that turn,
it's not crazy that Aaron Rodgers and Stafford and Burrow are going at the 111, 2, 2, 2, 1. So it shouldn't be crazy that Carr is with Adams. I think Adams is definitely going to elevate him on a weekly basis.
And I think after that turn, you need to, like, there's no other court. Like, I think my cap there is Derek Carr. Like, I'll be happy if I can come back at the 1-5, 1-4, 1-3. Derek Carr is available, and then get my first wide receiver. Like, and then I could have gotten Keenan Allen on at the 3-5. You know, so maybe that is where I need to go instead of going my top wide receiver first.
Yeah.
Guess I'm gonna have to continue to just keep going. Back of the pack here.
Some point though, then Ryan Tannehill goes, Zach Wilson goes, and then you're saying, well, shit.
Yeah. What the hell? I don't know what to take. I guess it's Traylon. Check my rankings.
Trevor, we talked about Amari Cooper yesterday, but wow, I can't believe you just drafted Traylon. I feel like Amari is being too underrated at this point in the offseason. I was about to say, oh my gosh, I'm so annoyed. I wanted Ronald Jones or Clyde. Why is Clyde falling this far? I understand he's on the pup, but that's kind of ridiculous. But I do really love me some Cordero Patterson late. So I'll take a shot on Cordero here at the 9-9 as my 4th RB. That feels pretty comfortable, him being my 4th RB there.
Yeah. Not bad. Good choice. Not bad. Good choice.
Not bad. Good choice.
There's brother Cook. A lot of hype on James Cook over the past couple of days, just like any other player in the NFL. But I'm liking what I'm hearing specifically about James Cook. I was obviously all these analysts are saying literally what I was saying about James. Actually, just wait for the video to come out. Wait for the video to come out, because exactly what I said in that video, I was watching Good Morning Football, and they were saying the exact same thing. Not saying that I should be a guy on there, but I think it's true. I think what I said is true.
Right.
You know, like, it's crazy.
Sure.
Tannehill is one of the most underrated quarterbacks, always getting some sneaky rushing touchdowns, but he'll keep falling. Yeah, he does that little finger roll.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about Etienne now with J-Rob news? I don't think there's any worry, in my opinion. I think it's crazy that he's ahead of schedule.
Change really anything for me.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. Ahead of schedule. I mean, he's toward his Achilles in December, and he's on pace to come back mid-August, according to the reports right now. Which I guess that lines up. But Etienne's gonna get the work in the air.
You son of a bitch.
Freak says loves Badaki team is safe for the mouse pick. Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't like that one either. I would have taken Harris, Walker, Pollard way over him, and even Mooney. But
okay, can we talk about the ADP between Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore? Where's Elijah Moore going in drafts?
Elijah Moore.
Why is there a 2-round difference between Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson?
Just talent, you know. Just talent.
What was the 1st-round pick?
I'm telling you, just talent. Elijah Moore.
I told you if you weren't going to go quarterback, Wilson and Tannehill would be off the board there.
No, it's okay. The person I'm planning on taking is going to be there. You're not going to love it, but
I think I know who it is.
Shit me. Wow. Oh, that aligns with my rankings. I like that. I'm still okay with that pick.
Love it. I love it, mate.
Your turn to draft here.
Absolutely love it, brother.
Absolutely love it, mate.
Tommy says, I met Elijah Moore. Great guy. Yeah,
He's a great guy.
I like Elijah Moore. We both really like Elijah Moore. I just don't think that there should be this big of a gap between their ADPs. It's not like... The funny thing is, Elijah Moore shined without Zach Wilson. So, if you know what I mean, that's what's kind of confusing to me about the whole situation is, well, look at what Elijah Moore did last year without Zach Wilson. So, I don't even think that Elijah Moore really has that advantage in the situation either. Olave or Bob Woods? I'm going Olave.
Yeah, agreed.
I'd rather have the unknowns, but I think Bob Woods is a pretty good value right now in drafts. Jay Fool says the shine is off Elijah Moore, such a fantastic value in drafts. I would agree that he's a good value here. I'm not even saying that Elijah Moore is bad value where he went. What I'm more saying is, why is there such a difference in Garrett Wilson and Elijah's ADP? I don't know though. Like, in redraft, am I really taking Elijah Moore over Drake London? I actually don't think I'm doing that.
No, I'm taking Drake London over Elijah Moore. Where did Drake London go at that 8-9?
He went 2 picks later.
Right. Hey, Each to their own. I mean, I love Elijah Moore. He some good stuff.
Some good stuff.
Some good stuff, Elijah Moore. I'm telling you. Garbage sauce with a tiny topping of Tony. Love that. Yeah, I was gonna take Danny Dimes, but obviously, Team 4 took him. GG's, but that's okay. It's mock. Wilson's not a good quarterback. Frank Stopper said.
It's early. I mean, you know, let's let him have a second year here. Let's see what's gonna happen. Hopefully, he can stay healthy.
Yeah, I believe in Zachy. Wilson to Wilson connection. Wilson to Moore connection. Something special is gonna happen.
So Russell Gage now goes in the 11th round. That doesn't feel too high for me. I don't know, and I think his ADP is going to drop even further than this. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I personally don't think
like
so.
there's not wide receivers on the board I feel like I want to take a shot on over Russell Gage right here. There's not a receiver I look at on the board I'm like, yeah. That's a smash over Russell Gage.
For sure. And I think now Russell Gage becomes a wide receiver 3 to a wide receiver 5, which we see here for Jenner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, where he probably would have went over Christian Kirk before the Julio news. He would have went over Adam Thielen, Hunter Renfrow, Michael Thomas, Brandon Ayuk. There's so many people now that he's going now after. So
right,
it's definitely interesting.
Full says Garrett Wilson has a rookie fever hype. I love Wilson, but agreed he shouldn't be 2 rounds before Moore. What almost feels like he doesn't though, J Full. Wouldn't you say? It almost feels like Garrett doesn't. For all these people out there who were saying that Garrett Wilson was their wide receiver 1, and they're, you know, now it's common for him to be 1, 2, 3, like the 4th rookie wide receiver off the board. I don't know. Is it justified to have questions about that? Maybe I'm overreacting. Freak Stomper says he reminds me of Darnold. Yeah, you know, to be fair, Donald was a very talented prospect, and it just didn't work out. So
I think it's a different conversation as well with Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson.
Sure. Yeah, it is.
The building, the head coaching, the coach, like just everyone around that was bringing up Sam Darnold was bad. You know, like it wasn't a good head coaching room, and people trying to help him progress.
Let me ask you this though. Do we know at this point that he's in a good coaching staff? Because
no, and
you know, like that hasn't really been proven yet.
No, it hasn't.
Do you know what I mean?
And you're right, and it hasn't been proven. But I think the way this team has progressed, how they drafted, how they are bringing in people, what they're doing with this team, I think is showing that, hey, you know, like we're doing something significantly different than what we've seen in the past.
Sure.
You know, for example, what am I trying to say?
I don't know, man.
No, I'm talking to myself there for a second, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving this head coaching staff the benefit of the doubt. This is one of the youngest teams in the NFL currently.
I get that,
and I think it's going to continue to progress. Will it be Zach Wilson? That is the answer. We will definitely know this year. But he didn't play the majority. This will be hopefully his first full season that he's going to play. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Dax says I'm taking MVS over Gage pretty easily. Interesting.
Yeah, I think that is actually a really interesting conversation because MVS and Gage they should be similar. They should be valued pretty similarly. Excuse me.
Let's go last round 14 here, guys.
Yeah, this is the last round.
Julio
Huge love to everyone who's been watching. If you can show us some love by dropping a like on the stream, really simple way for you guys to support what we do. Yeah, Julio. There went Julio at the 13-10. And honestly, that's a really good like risk reward pick right there. You know, that's not a bad pick at all.
Yeah. Dak said, I won, Julio. Freak Summer says, I'm a huge fan of the Jets coaching staff. Yeah. MVS, I would just expect better spike weeks. Right. And I think maybe that's how, excuse me, that's how I'm seeing this. is it going to be is it going to be Russell Gage and Julio Jones that are going to be the Antonio Brown of last year? You know, like where Russell Gage just has a better week this year, and then Julio Jones or Russell Gage has a better week, has a better week this week. Julio Jones has a better week this week. You know, it's going to be up and down. I don't now with the Julio signing, I don't see consistency coming through from either guy. Where before it was like Russell Gage is a solid start for the until Chris Godwin is officially back. Where now it doesn't feel like that, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's very interesting.
But to be fair, they're not being drafted as starters either on this draft board. For sure. Adam Thielen is a wide receiver 40. Kirk is 41, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. So Russell Gage is being drafted as a wide receiver 52. That's not a starter. So to be fair, I don't think that is crazy to draft in there. So Gage is 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61 for Julio.
Hey, relax.
Dak, I won. Are we going round 15?
Sorry, I was just trying to get Blaze under control because she's still barking. I don't know, maybe somebody might be at the door. Sorry, guys, we're gonna end it here. Let me just mute myself and Zach take over.
Okay. Yeah, we are about to go live on the Dynasty channel. So if you guys would like to join us over there, feel free to do so. Let me see if I can pop the link in the chat, and maybe Badaki can show you guys that link. Let's see, here it is. So about to go live over here on the Dynasty channel. If you guys would like to join us, we're going to be live. You know, I might as well actually go live now. Let me get my camera off the screen.
You can go live now. You can see it on the screen here. Zach already put the link in the chat. Thank you so much for coming through, supporting us. We're going to do a Dynasty SuperFlex startup. As you can see, Treylon Burks is the thumbnail today. I mean, asthma still full in effect, but hey, he's there. As Zach is setting that up, thank you so much for everyone that's coming through. We're going to continue doing some mock drafts. If you want to be part of a redraft league, patreon.com/fantasylandfam. Select the redraft channel or the redraft tier, and then we'll set you up. We're going to be doing so much more, some more best ball content. Actually, the start of best ball content is going to be coming here at the end of this week or sometime early next week, so stay tuned for that. If you can please like and subscribe to this channel. This is our redraft channel. This is where it all started, and now we are going to our Dynasty channel, where somehow I told Zach, I was like, I don't know if it's going to be bigger. Next minute, nearly double the subscribers. But it's all love. Either way, we appreciate each and every one of you. Tommy,
appreciate you guys.
One last question: how you feel about Kirk? Very interesting. I mean, I'm starting to look into Kirk now in a redraft perspective. I'm not huge on him on Dynasty, but redraft is very, very interesting.
I love his value,
especially with Trevor Lawrence. So a little bit different for me on Dynasty, but either way, as you can see, Zach is live now. So I'm going to let you guys go and transition to that next screen. Once again, huge love. Thank you all for coming through. Make sure you like, subscribe. We'll see you in about 5 minutes.